Beach house in Cali, that's your favorite place. You know your body looking crazy in that lingerie. You said you in a role play, not into playing games. So put down that red wine and I can show you things. Sometimes I know you like to just sit back and vent. And if it leads to us fucking, baby, I'm all ears. But you know that I care if nobody else cares. I sent you flowers with a card just for my favorite girl. You said you need a tan, I said let's take a trip. I know y'all sound Florida, that's worth every cent. Don P above water, girl, you should take a sip. You know we playing with money to live the way we live. Check chasing nigga, I don't get no sleep. And Ocean Prime, Florida still pouring lean. Dope boys and rappers, I swear that's all they see. Might drop 50 on a ring and call it Greek freak. You just say the word and I'm there. Every time you call, I'm gonna be there. You know that I care if nobody else care. I need you in my life like I need air. I put it on my life, we gon' be rich forever. Through the rain and the storm, we shining together. We gon' take over the world, applying that pressure. We gon' take over the world, applying that pressure. Yeah. In that Fashion Nova, girl, you never miss.
Damn. Shout out to my boy Daily. That's the song of the week.
If Nobody Else Cares by Daily Finesse. That song is on Game to Be Sold, Not Told.
That's the song of the week
album.
right there.
Make sure y'all go listen to that. Game to Be Sold, Not Told, the album. It's the last song on the album. Go listen.
Such a vibe, though.
Yeah.
Such a vibe.
For sure.
Sometimes it put me in my feelings for some reason. I don't know why.
I think it's the context.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking player shit on there, you feel me? So it's like...
It just make me want to take a female to a beach house. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you
balcony.
Want that type of vibe?
Yeah, on the balcony. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
just
feel you.
Vibing like that.
I feel you. What is this, episode 10?
Episode 10, we finally made it.
Episode 10. Look at us.
Made it.
You ain't got to do Choni streets no more.
My boy, when we first started this podcast, he said, what'd you say? There was like some sort of statistic
said there was a stat that said the majority of podcasts fail. Not fail, but they stopped after episode 7. I think that's what I said.
Yo, we did stop at episode 7.
We did.
Damn.
But we got back on it.
I feel like you spoke that into existence. It's your fucking fault, bro.
Nigga, it's a stat. What do you want me to do?
It's your fault because you put that into the world, and look at us. Almost.
Episode 10. What do you mean look at us? We're at episode 10. What you talking about?
Wow. We gonna start this shit again? Wow.
My bad.
Turn the camera on.
It's like this shit.
Restart.
My bad, Blair.
What the man?
Nah, what's good with y'all? Episode 10, you feel me?
Episode 10. Thank you to everyone that's been tuning in. We got a lot of good feedback from the last episode.
Yeah.
We also, critiqued it ourselves. So,
yeah.
We're going to try to be more organized and give you guys some content that you guys want to see.
For sure. And if, you guys, have anything that you want to see different or you want to see more of, please hit us. You know what I mean? Please give us a DM. Say in the comments, we're not too big. We're not too big for critique. We're not too big for, at the end of the day, we do this for us for us, and then we also do it for the people who watch.
Right.
So it's we want to do what y'all want to see.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
if we're doing something that y'all maybe not rocking with, or doing something that y'all really rock with, and we don't really do it a lot, tell us. You know what I'm saying? Say it in the comments in the videos, or hit us in the DM. Hit the podcast Instagram in the DM. Just let us know.
Yeah, 100%. What you get into this week, man? How was it?
First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to an artist by the name of Dan Nicholson.
Yeah, shout out my boy.
So if y'all don't really know this, but we started doing these things called production meetings for the podcast. Just to be more prepared, to have topics that we might want to go over, stuff like that, so that way, when we're here, we're not really not really going off of just the head all the time. We have topics that we might want to cover, this and that, and we do production meetings. And Dan hit Stallion up in the DM from what I understand, or something like that, and was like, yo, y'all need to do your production meeting at the Suns game. And
Real player.
homie like literally like hooked it up with some Suns tickets. We walked out of there with a dub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bridges had like what 28, 30.
Something like that.
You know what I mean? We had a production meeting there at the Suns game. It was great. It was productive. It was some player shit. So and honestly, bro, he didn't have to do that.
100%.
You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that at all. And yeah, just he's a solid dude
Real solid.
from when I met him. I barely met him at his album release party. By the way, Madden's out right now. Make sure y'all go listen to that. It's if you like I said before, if y'all love Benny the Butcher, if y'all love Griselda, Dan Nicholson is that guy here. You know what I mean? Like, go listen to Madden. He's just a solid individual. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have to do that. Like I said, he just thought of us, and for that, we're forever appreciative of him. And he will be in attendance at Lover's Lane. Most likely will be on the pod. If not sooner, then for sure at Lover's Lane.
Yeah. And what we're gonna do is to kind of I'm gonna come back to Dan, but what you just said right now, as far as like being on the pod, at Lover's Lane is when we're gonna like have our first guest on the patio.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's just gonna be like a multitude of people coming through and sitting on the couch with us and having these type of conversations. But after that, we're definitely gonna start implementing where we're gonna have guests on, like that one-on-one conversation, and Dan definitely gonna be one of those guests
guys for sure.
But he definitely didn't have to do that, but he definitely sent the podcast to the Suns game. They had a production meeting at the Suns game. Like you said, we got the dub. I actually put a bet on the Suns game because I was actually planning on going to the Suns game that night.
Mm-hmm.
And the money that I was going to spend to go to buy the tickets, I just put a bet that the Suns were going to get the dub. And I ended up winning that bet.
Hell yeah.
But definitely shout out to Dan. He just called me, man. He called me, during the afternoon. And he was like, "Yo, Stelly, what you doing?" I'm like, "Shit, none, just working." And then he's like, "What you doing tonight?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm chilling. I got the kids." And he's like, "Can't get a babysitter?" He's like, I'm like, "Why, what's up?" So if you guys don't know, Dan is a tattoo artist as well.
Yeah.
So he did my chest piece. And he's about to start, filling everything in. So I thought he wanted to start, doing my chest. So I'm like, "Well, what's up? You trying to start my chest tonight?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm trying to send you and the podcast, you and your nephew on to the Suns game."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh shit, all right, like, hell yeah, that's solid." So, we made it happen, and like you said, he didn't have to do that
at all.
He thought about us.
Absolutely.
He gave nothing but great feedback to us as individuals. Me and my DJ career, him and his music career, and us as a whole on this podcast.
One thing about him, and he's not. What I really like about him is he's not a yes man.
100%.
He's not like in our DMs, or he's not like when we see him in person. He's not like, "Oh, bro, like this shit like is fire, this and that," out of like just saying it. Like
right.
if he has something that he wants us, that he sees different, or something that we could be doing better, he lets us know. And it's not out of disrespect at all. It's like just wanting to see something better. And honestly, bro, that's like what people need to be on. Like, I don't need people in my life, especially him. He knows that. I don't need people in my life just telling me that shit is fire every single time. If it's not, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't like, you can check my files, and like the least scale I got on my songs is at least just good. You know what I mean? So, but I need people that tell me like, "Yo, you could do this better. You could do this better. Oh, try this. And he's one of those guys that does that. So, I really appreciate him for doing that, and I also appreciate him for sending us to the Suns game, and just out of love. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Dan.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Dan. Other than that, man, what I do? Well, when we left the podcast last week, I ended up getting tatted by Dan.
Right.
So we went to go get tatted after that. Then obviously we went to church. What I do during the week? I didn't really do nothing during the week other than the Suns game.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had a DJ during the week, so I DJ'd Club MDA.
Mm-hmm.
I also went to Only Jams before my DJ set, shout out Yellow Wave. My boy definitely put on a great R&B experience. I was only there for like the first hour, just because I had to go, I had to go work and DJ myself. But man, like it's just beautiful to see the city come out for somebody that's having an event for the city,
right,
from the city.
right,
Something that's something that I've actually, put myself in and started doing this, a few years ago,
right.
with Lovers Lane 1, and actually even before that when we threw something called No Nonsense back in the day.
Moving. I was, bro. I was a youngin', bro.
Yeah,
I was like 15, 16.
Yeah, that was a crazy night. My first event, I did it with my boys from Influence Thoughts and
Shout out
Burn
to the
On,
family.
and
Shout out to the collective out there in IT.
yeah, even 1995 pulled up my boy Pico. So the first event, we had like maybe 300 people.
Yeah,
in the warehouse.
it was a lot, and I really love the aesthetic too. I mean, the aesthetic really didn't last just because it was a bunch of young niggas there, like just on some like.
Yeah, it was real raw.
Some raw shit, but like the aesthetic before like everything happened, before like the event actually occurred, if you just walk around the warehouse and just seen the aesthetic, there was like a vintage area where like there was like a Nintendo, like an old school Nintendo, and there was like old school chairs and shit. Like the aesthetic was fire.
Yeah,
that's what I really remember about that night, was the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, and that's basically how I try to do all my events now. Is like, bro, you're not just gonna pull up with a table and put your merch on the table. Like,
Yeah,
we want to give the people an experience. So with that experience comes, like you said, like pulling up and you see the aesthetic and you see people playing the video games, and like they're at an event. They're not supposed to be doing this, but it's something that you remember, and it's because of the experience that you had there.
right.
So I don't just do this just so I could play music. Nah, I do it so you can have, as a consumer, the greatest experience of that R&B event, or of any event that I'm doing, as far as, the paint and sips, the lowrider shows, the Stally Islands that's coming, or
Right.
whatever it may be. But yeah, I mean, that's something I started doing a long time ago, so I could feel the energy for Only Jams, that happened. I could understand where Yellow Wave is coming from, why he wants to do this. But nah, it was definitely, from what I've seen and what I experienced, it was definitely a great event. So shout out to him and everybody that participated in that,
Right.
that Only Jams.
Right.
Yeah, and then after that, I just had to go do a Latin set. I had to go do a Latin set at the club, and anybody that's ever experienced my Latin set, I always, for like the last hour and a half, and I might be the only DJ to do this, and I don't know if I never seen nobody else do it, but for the last hour of all my Latin sets, I played nothing but corridos.
Yeah.
Straight corridos. So I don't know, that's just my vibe. That's how I like to finish it off.
Yeah.
It always works. It always works. I always got everyone going crazy. But yeah,
I was just sick all fucking week, bro.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. You can hear me now. I'm like real nasally.
Had the Rona.
Shit, bro. Damn near like I don't know what happened. It started on Monday and like my throat, like,
Pause, my boy.
what
you got in your throat?
They call me the throat goat.
This guy got 3,000. Relax.
Man, I don't even know. Cause I still have my tonsils in, so like my tonsils still get swollen.
What the fuck is poking them?
Huh, nigga? The tonsils. Your tonsils get swollen.
Always
your mind is always in the gutter. Like,
your tonsils only get swollen when something's poking them, my boy.
No, it don't. They get swollen. That's why you got to take them out.
I ain't never been poked, and my tonsils never been swollen. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
You nigga, your ass always trying to say something crazy. No, my tonsils were swollen because I haven't taken them out yet. And so like me, like my fault. If I get like my tonsils start getting swollen, like my whole body just shuts down. Like I start getting mucus and mocos and all that bullshit. And so like I was just done for the whole week. And I still like had some like ideas that I wanted to do, and I'm like, fuck it, bro. I'm not gonna let this sick shit like fuck up what I'm trying to do. So like I did a cover while I was sick to a Giveon song y'all will see today, actually, because today's Monday. y'all are seeing this. Today is Monday. And so you'll see it. To go check out Cassius on Instagram, CXSSIUS. You'll see that. And then I also did something yesterday, which was Friday. It was basically like a little challenge that I
How
just
the
wanted
fuck
to
your
do.
ass go from Monday to Friday?
Because they going to see this on Monday. So, like, I'm speaking it into existence. They going to see it today.
What the fuck is going on?
They going to see it today. But today is Saturday. But today to them is Monday.
This guy said, you're going to see it today, Monday.
But I did something else yesterday on
And
Friday.
you're going to see something yesterday that was Friday. The fuck?
So today is Saturday. But y'all are going to see this. So today is Monday. Right? And so I did something yesterday, which was Friday. But for y'all, it was 3 days ago. You feel what I'm saying?
Where'd you go to high school?
Nigga, the same high school you went to.
Just saying.
But I did like a little like challenge, like a little falsetto challenge. If y'all don't know what falsetto is, it's basically like.
Let me see. Give us a
I
preview.
said, fuck that. And it's, my shit hurt right now.
Oh, it's like the Usher.
Yeah. But instead of Usher, it was, don't do that ever again. But instead of Usher, it was Mario. It was the Let Me Love You challenge. I think the person who made the challenge was Young Broderick Jones. So shout out to you, bro. You showed love on my Instagram page. Shout out to Reese. Shout out to Young Reese. Young Reese sent me the instrumental to the challenge, just because I wanted to do it. And so shout out to them. Hopefully we do some work in the future. I really rock with y'all. Especially y'all vibes and y'all music, this and that. So yeah, shout out to y'all. So like I said before, I was sick, bro, but now I'm feeling a little bit better. I have a little bit of moco still. We went to the Suns game. I was fucking dying. I don't know if you were seeing me, bro. I could not breathe that day.
We had some trash ass pizza that night too.
Yeah, bro, that shit was $15, and like nigga, they gave me the goddamn Pizza Hut 4 slice. You know what I mean? Like, and that shit wasn't even better than the Pizza Hut one.
Yeah, you go to Suns game, definitely don't get the pizza there.
Nigga, get a pizza from Pizza Hut, the little personal ones, and just put it in your pants.
This shit was so trash. Like, man, we should have just got a glizzy.
No, but that's always how. That's all like venue or arena food. Like, arena food is trash, my boy.
Nah, the pizza spot at the Diamondbacks game is fire.
The pizza used to be bomb at the Suns. At the Suns arena, it was the NY. Was it the New York? Whatever.
I think so. Yeah.
It was some shit like that.
Streets of New York.
It was Streets Pizza. That shit was bomb.
Yeah.
But I guess, they got a new brand deal with Spinato's and shit like that. Spinato's, the actual restaurant, I've had it before. That shit's fire. The pizza's fire. But it was the one at the Suns arena that was like, ugh. You know what I mean? It was just questionable.
Yeah, I didn't even want it.
Sus.
Then we tried to go get a glizzy from my boy, at Loaded Wiener.
My boy Lucy, bro.
Shit was closed.
Lucy, we were trying to get a glizzy, my boy. Extra.
Relax.
Extra what? Extra glizzy, no bread. You know what I'm talking about?
Relax. Shout out my boy at Loaded Wiener.
No, I got a question for you.
All right, what is it? Speaking of wieners.
Speaking of glizzies. I got a question for you. So, a couple days back. How do I word this?
Be careful now.
Yeah.
Be careful now.
So I was at home, right? And I usually go to bed around 11:30, 11 o'clock. Just because I don't like staying up all night.
On a weekday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I'm up a little later, it's probably because I'm doing music or I'm playing the game. But I go to sleep, right? I wake up and I get a DM, and it's from a vibe. You know what I mean? It's from a vibe, and she just hit me with it's at 2 a.m.
You got the 2 a.m. text?
And all it says was, "What are you doing?"
Oh my God.
It says, "What are you doing?"
She trying to smash.
So what do you think that means?
She trying to smash.
Like, plain and simple?
Plain and simple. Nigga, it's 2 a.m.
But, like, what if she just wanted to, like, have
Fuck
a
outta
convo?
here.
What if she wanted to have a convo about her day?
All right.
All right. Yeah, all right.
At 2 a.m.? Could did that shit at 7 p.m., my boy.
It was at 2 a.m. I woke up, and then I didn't hit her back for another like 2 days.
Wow, you're grimy, dog.
Well, I didn't know what to say after that, so I was just like, but I didn't want to leave her on scene or leave her on read.
What you mean?
So I was just like, yo, like my fault. Like I didn't know.
You don't know what to say after. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, niggas. What am I gonna say now at 7 a.m.? Oh, just woke up.
Exactly.
Like nah, like and plus we were busy. So I hit her like a couple of days after, and I was like, yo, my fault. Were you good? Like were you good? Like personally, were you good? Like
Oh, okay. Did you guys have
like, cause I'm thinking it's like an emergency.
That's what I'm saying. Did you guys have a relationship before the 2 a.m.?
So yeah, but it was like a friendship. Not even
Okay.
like a friendship. It was like because she hit me, right? And she was just like, because when I cut my hair, I remember I told you my DMs was jumping. But she hit me in the DM, but it wasn't, for me personally, I didn't think it was that type of vibe.
So y'all ain't never hung out?
The first time I met her, we were hanging out.
Meaning like
But like we never
we
never scheduled anything.
So it's not like a real
That's what I'm
friendship.
saying. I didn't think anything of the 2 a.m. text.
No, so it's different.
So I was like, yo, are you good? Like, cause she was letting me know, cause like I said, she hit me before that, and we were talking like, you know, she had some situations going on, like personal, and she hit me at 2 a.m. So, and I didn't hit her back, and I was like, yo, you good? Like, are you alive, bro? Like, you know, I forgot, my fault that I didn't hit you. I was already asleep by then. And then she hit me and she was like, yo, like, yeah, no, you're good. I'm good. Like, I just needed to vent. Like, I just needed to vent. And,
All right.
dick, bro.
Yeah, all right.
And so she was like, I just needed to vent. And I was like, all right, well, like, well, hit me next time. Like, call me next time. And then she's like, well, send me your number. And I'm like, all right. So I sent her my number.
That was a real player, you.
So I was like, send me my number. I sent her my number. And then last night, I'm asleep. And she hits me around like 1:30. Nah.
This
like,
2 times already.
like
dog.
12:30. But she calls me though. Mind you, I'm like dead asleep. I'm like asleep. So like I don't even see the name. I'm thinking it's you. So I answer the phone and I'm like, what, nigga? and she's like, hello? I'm like, I look at the phone real quick. I wipe my eyes. I look at the phone. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh hey, what you doing? And then she's
So
like,
it's the real, hey,
hey, how are ya? and we were on the phone for like an hour and a half, just talking, just vibing about like life.
wow.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't think anything of it. I don't think it was anything crazy, as far as like, I think it's just two
Aight.
people vibing, like two friends vibing.
At 2 a.m.
I mean, what you want me to do?
Nah. What I'm saying, like, so the initial, right? The initial, like, y'all ain't never had a relationship,
Nah.
right?
Nah.
Y'all ain't never vibed together, other than the one time.
Yeah.
So even if it was,
And it wasn't even a vibe because I wasn't even able to drink. Remember, I was like 19, 20 when I met her.
So even if it was,
And I forgot to tell you, she's like early 30s.
my boy.
So I'm saying, like, we didn't really vibe like that
Yeah,
whenever.
my
Get
boy.
the fuck out of here. And so we didn't really vibe like that because, again, I was like 19, 20 when I met her.
Right.
And so, yeah, like, it wasn't like this was like our first time, like, communicating.
So that's what I'm saying, right? So she hit you at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Even if it was an emergency, like, she not calling you. She not trying to.
See, but that's what my mind was. I thought it was an emergency based on the conversation that we were having prior.
It was an emergency. It was a waterfall, and she was drowning.
Oh, relax, my boy, relax. You about to have her tweaking on me. You better relax. No, but
it was a waterfall, and she was drowning, and she needed you to save her.
so then here's my question then. Is would you ever get with an older female?
Like in a relationship?
Yeah, let me say that. Cause I think it's easy to hit a little vibe with an older female.
I mean, I'm about to be in my 30s, so older to me is like
50.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yo, at the senior.
yeah, I'm not trying to be at the senior living spaces, and
But there's vibes in that age group.
there definitely is vibes. But I'm not trying to wife no grandma.
What's the oldest that you'll like that you would want to get into a serious relationship with? Like late 30s?
Probably.
Late 30s? Like mid late 30s? Like 35, 36?
Probably like 39.
Goddamn.
Probably like 39. Maybe. I don't know. It just depends. When I was younger, I used to like fantasize over that shit.
Okay, I used to too. I used to be that type of dude that would fantasize over my teachers.
Yeah, I never had baddies as teachers.
Nah, I did. Like I had a couple of bad. Like there's this teacher named fuck it, I'm not in high school no more. There's this teacher named Miss G. She was a dance teacher.
Baddie.
And she like ran like the she ran the like the breakdance group and shit like that, to where like they would like dance to like hip hop and shit. Bruh, she was a baddie, like baddie. And then also like one of the trainers, like the medical trainers for sports and shit. She was a baddie. There was two of them. I forgot their names, but we had like 3 or 4 of them in school. As far as like year after year after year.
You try to shoot your shot?
I mean, obviously you do like the flirt type of shit. You know what I mean?
What's she doing?
But I wasn't like. Yeah, I remember I was like 16 at the time. Like, but I looked like grown.
Know what I'm saying? What was she doing? She was like giving you the eye.
Shit, I mean, when she was rubbing on these hammies.
Yo, hey, she would come like tell you like, well, you got like a A on your, but she rubbing on your leg like that.
Nah, I would be laying down when she would talk to me, so she'd be laying like she'd be rubbing on hammies, hamstrings, cause
she was like the
so like close to my ass cheeks.
Cause she was like the physical trainer type.
Yeah,
shit.
she was the trainer.
Oh, so she was like rubbing you out.
Nigga.
Pause.
Nigga. No, resume, nigga.
She would give you like a nice little grab at the
nigga. Let me tell you, like, and then like, yeah, she was.
Your ass couldn't stand up after that, huh? You was like,
hell no, I was just, ooh, take me to dinner before you touch me like that.
Oh man.
Nah, yeah, I used to fantasize over older females for sure.
Yeah.
Like there's this lady, not lady, I'm sorry. There's this girl that like, well, yeah, lady, because she like late 30s, early like mid 30s. She's my tia's friend.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say her name, but on my mom's side, she's my tia's friend.
Mhm.
Bruh, like she is a baddie, bro.
Baddie?
Like nigga, baddie, and she drives like she drives a Rover. Like it looked like she got her life together, but she a baddie though. Like she go to the gym, like all that.
What's up? You ain't never tried.
I was crushing, bro. Like every time she used to come to my grandma's crib, bro, I used to be like,
shoot your shot,
nigga. I tried.
And what happened? She shut your ass down.
I was hoping she was gonna come to the crib for my birthday because I was about to.
She's that.
I was already on the hen dog. You feel me? Like I was doing numbers on the hen dog, so I was like,
you think she'll fuck with you?
It depends on how many shots. I'm a grown man now. You don't play with me, nigga.
Oh, you wild. Now, when I was younger, I used to do that. Like, but I was also like in Jags when I wasn't supposed to be, so I was around older women.
Yeah.
So I was like 16, messing with like 30-something-year-olds, and
right.
You know what I'm saying? And they didn't know I was. Obviously, I was in Jags, so they thought I was older. I looked super young, so they would always question me. But
right. I think part of like the reason why I would like not even like even now where I like think about, oh, maybe I want to get with an older female, is because like that old school love, like it's completely different than what it is now. Like back in the day, like if you got married, you was with somebody for life. Like it wasn't no divorcing. It was like, 100%. Yeah, if you cheat on me, it's like I'm gonna whoop your ass, but we're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna work this out.
Yeah.
Even if we gotta do therapy. Like the last thing that's on our minds is divorce. Like even if we gotta move out,
Yeah,
and like or be in separate rooms,
exactly what I was
we're
gonna say.
making it work.
Yeah,
Like we're not divorcing at all. Like you're with me till the wheels fall off.
bro. Growing up, like my grandparents didn't sleep in the same room.
Yeah. So was my grandparents. So like my on my mom's side, they do that as well, but they're like married.
Yeah, they're married.
They make it work.
Same house. Like we're gonna make it work by any means.
Yeah.
And you know, if people got to realize, like, the reason that relationships last, the reason that your grandparents have been together for 40, 50, 60 years, or the reason that you see that shit on TV is because, it's not that they didn't have any mistakes, or that, nobody made mistakes, or that they didn't go through ups and downs. It's that no matter the situation, we're going to get through it together.
Yeah, it wasn't no easy cop out.
Yeah.
It wasn't no like, oh well, I'm gonna just marry another nigga or I'm gonna just get with another female. Like nah, like we are in love, like, and shit isn't working right now, but we are going to make this work.
Yeah, and people got to realize that, the biggest, like, the reason that people move on from each other is like either like financial situations, or like somebody cheated, or whatever the situation is. You think your grandparents weren't fucking around?
Yeah,
Man, grandma was out there getting her shit on,
out there
right?
listening to R. Kelly and
Man,
shit.
your grandpa,
That boy was
come on.
that boy was getting it into Chalino.
What? That boy is a player. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, we gonna figure it out, because we know that this relationship, what we bring to our family is bigger than sex.
Yeah,
Right? Because
not even that. It's bigger than us.
bigger than
It's
us.
like we have a tree of people that just rely on us to be together.
And just imagine if they split up, and now, you're over here and over here, and now this person's beefing with that person, and it's just so
it breaks the whole family up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that's what sucks about it here is like, and another thing is, bro, is people like females in general, like they just, I'm not gonna say all females, but it's like majority of the females out here is like they're not willing to grow with somebody.
100%.
Like they're not willing to. Yeah, we struggling right now, or like we're not even struggling, but we're not where we want to be right now, or you're not where you want to be right now, but me and you are gonna work together until you get to that spot that you want to get to, and we get to that spot where we want to get to.
Yeah.
And nowadays, like females out here just want something, like they just want the main thing. It's like, bro, I seen somebody on social media the other day, bro, where she's like, she pops her shit on Instagram. She's like, mind you, this is a girl that I went to high school with, and she pops her shit on Instagram. She a dancer now, like a dancer, and
Like at Jack's?
dancer, and she pops her shit like, oh, like if you ain't, I need niggas with money, this and that. Like if you ain't getting money, this and that. And then the next day, bro, I see her talking shit, talking about, oh, like, who can help me? Where do I go if I lose my food stamps card? It's like, my boy, didn't you just say you needed? Didn't you just say that you wouldn't date anybody else, any other nigga that didn't have 6 figures in their bank account? But you out here slinging food stamps, and it's like,
Let me buy some.
and like that's not to put anybody who has food stamps down. Like, bro, we grew up like on food stamps. Like
Hey, I wish I had some
my
right
grandma
now.
still has food stamps. Like it's going crazy. You know what I mean? But like,
You got some? Let me know.
shit. But like, what
The
I'm
price
trying to
of
say
eggs
is
is
what I
crazy.
will make fun or clown you on is you put this like this whole shade around you talking about I'm only gonna date high value dudes, and if you ain't riding in a Benz, like don't even talk to me. Like you can't, like if you're not gonna bless my cash out, we can't even have a conversation. But you slinging food stamps. It's like, but you are not even high value at that point.
Yeah, and when they say high value, like it's only one or two.
And they get high value
values.
fucked up. They don't even know what high value means.
Nah. Like when they say, like, they want a man to be like the like what society has said, right? A provider, a protector, that financial stability.
Yeah.
But what happens when they are that?
Yeah.
Right? Then you don't get the love that you want.
Yeah.
Then you don't get the vulnerability. You don't get the affectionate
And then you're
affection.
insecure.
And then you're like, what the fuck? I want this too. Like, nah, you can't just put a cap on us,
You
bro.
gave up all that for the materialistic
for those,
shit.
for those three, like a provider, protector,
Yeah.
and that financial stability. So yeah, like you just gotta people gotta figure out what they want from the other person,
And that's another thing is like no one's gonna want to give you love if you wasn't shooting in the gym. If you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. So it's like for prior like plain example. Let's say like when we blow up, right? Like then when we blow up and like let's say I'm single until I blow up, right? And then it's like all these females, like it's bound to happen where these females just go crazy and they want to have a relationship. It's like, bro, but I'm not gonna have the same love for you as I would if someone was with me
building it
when
with
I
you.
was in my '97 Honda.
Yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like I'm not gonna have that same love for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, cool. You can have somebody that's a provider and a protector, but you're not gonna have love.
Yeah, you gotta know what comes with that.
Yeah, you're not gonna have love. And if you that cold hearted, which there's a lot of females out here that is, if you that cold hearted talking about, you know what I mean? Oh, I mean, I just need you to provide for me. It's like cool, but don't say anything when I'm out here with other females that can give me that type of love.
Yeah, and I mean that happens, and that's why I'm there's these guys that are financially stable that have multiple women that deal with multiple women because they're able to.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's females out here that can't provide everything all at once.
I don't think any person can provide everything that a person wants.
So that's true. But it's like me personally, I'm not gonna like there's a lot of talk out here like, oh, like with the Andrew Tate and shit like that. I really agree with a lot of things that Andrew Tate says. There's things that I don't agree with and there's things that I do agree with. One of the things that I don't agree with is when he says like that it's okay for dudes to cheat. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm saying that wrong. Like, but from what I got from it is, if dudes cheat, they player. If a girl cheats, they're a whore.
Yeah.
And it's like to me personally, just because of the way I grew up and the way I was raised, just around women and shit like that, just around nothing but women. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't like. Like I said, the only time I cheated was in high school.
Men cheat with their dick, women cheat with their heart.
Yeah, but it's like at that point, like I'm not gonna cheat just based off the opinion that it's okay for dudes to cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to cheat.
Yeah.
Even if I blow up, even and all that, like I wouldn't want to. But it's like I said before, if a female is like just wanting me to be a provider and a protector, it's like okay, cool, but they'll keep that same energy when there's somebody out here that just wants me for me.
Yeah, or like so
because that's more attractive to me than a piece of meat.
It's like I was saying, like a person cannot fulfill the other person's all of their wants and needs, right? Like one person is going to have a person is going to have someone for their vulnerability, their lust, their communication, their like comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For every type of emotion. And maybe there's some people out there that can be 3 or 4 or 5 different categories for one person, but they're not gonna mark all of them.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's where compromise comes into play. Like when you're in a relationship, that's why they always say you got to make a compromise, because you're not gonna be able to get everything from somebody.
Yeah.
So you got
no one's perfect.
Yeah, you got to compromise, and it's up to you on what you want to compromise with.
Yeah.
Right? And right now, most people are not willing to compromise the different partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that goes for guys and girls. But sometimes, you got to understand that there's a bigger picture, especially if there's kids involved, especially if, there's a family involved. It's a bigger picture than just a dick and a vagina. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a bigger picture than that. It's a bigger picture than lust. Um, but then you also got to realize, like what I just said right now, like when it comes to lust or sex, like for most men, it's just a quick pump.
Yeah.
It's just thinking with their dick.
Uh-huh.
But for women, they think it with their heart. It's
Yeah,
emotional.
like they
For most women. For
like
most women.
they cheat with the person that they like want to be with.
Not even cheat.
Or like
Not even
they
cheat. Just have sex.
yeah, like they just get with the person that they like envision themselves, or they get with the person that they want you to be like.
Yeah, they got to be some sort of emotional tie, unless of course like there's alcohol and shit like that
Yeah.
involved, and it's a mistake. But yeah, I mean most of the time, it's with their heart and their emotion,
Yeah.
and men it's the opposite.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like me personally, bro. I just don't like. I don't like getting my time wasted, and I wouldn't want to waste somebody else's time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's where I'm at. So then, what's your definition of a high value woman?
That's a good question. Definition of a high value woman. High value woman. That's a good question. I guess it just comes down to the type of person that that woman is. Like, how do they? Are they selfish or selfless?
Uh-huh.
Right? Do they want to see? Do they want to see their self win over everything, or do they want to see the family win over themselves?
Yeah.
Type of thing. I mean, it's cool to be selfish, right? But as long as you're selfish, selflessly,
Yeah.
if that makes sense, right? I'm doing this first. I'm being selfish first, so I can build the family up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it has anything to do with like financial status.
For women, at least, it's not.
I think even for men, it comes down to time. But obviously, like it comes with a compromise, right? Like if you want my time, that means I ain't making no money,
Yeah.
right? Unless of course you find ways to make money while you sleep, and that's the type of vibe that we on right now. So I would say a high value woman is a woman that can that wants to build with their man, that wants to build an empire, that wants to align their values, morals, and goals together,
Yeah.
right? And putting the family first, over themselves. Yeah, I would say something like that. I haven't really put too much thought into it, so that's just what's popping up off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
Um,
I would just say the same thing that you said, but the only thing else that I would add to that is personality.
oh yeah, definitely.
Because it's like there's a lot of females out here that like
That's more of a trait though,
yeah, but like that's a part of it. It's like you can be like the baddest female ever, right?
mhm.
You know what I mean? Like you can be the baddest female ever, bro. But if you can't hold a conversation, or like you have no you have no culture, or you don't have like no background, just like where you live and shit like that, like, or like you weren't like just no morals, or like just like if you don't have anything to bring to the table as far as personality wise, or like you're not funny, like if you like can't make me laugh, like if you just like a boring female that like just listens to Ice Spice, like bruh, like I don't, or Meg Thee Stallion, like bro, I don't want you, bro, cause like you're just like you're just a sheep.
All right, let me ask you this: you get with a girl, y'all going halves on everything,
Yeah,
or you paying everything?
nah. Wait, what is everything though?
Like house, utilities, groceries, food,
Shit like that
date
is
night,
half.
everything half.
But like if it's like dinner, like date and shit like that, I'm obviously gonna pay. You know what I mean? But it's like in like dates and like if we go on trips, like I'm gonna try to pay for everything. But it's like if it's like a house, bro, and like cars and shit like that, bro, like we gonna have. And if you're not cool with that, like, bye. You know what I mean? Like, bye.
So then you can't like. Then you can't hold them to the same to like the what society standards are for a woman, right? Where they cook, clean, do the dishes, and wash and all that.
But like that's like
that got to be 50-50 too.
nah, yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying like that is like my preference.
Right.
That's not like something that you need to have as a woman or else you don't survive here. I'm saying like, bro, if you again, it just comes with personality. It comes with your culture. If you don't know how to cook, bro, if you don't know how to clean or anything like that, that's just my preference. That's not like a requirement that a woman has to have, but that's something that I'm looking for. And it's like a woman should look for a dude that like is handy, someone that, you know what I'm saying, if you need an oil change, if like men should look for women to do woman things.
What's a woman thing?
And men and women should look for men that can do men things.
But what's a woman thing?
A woman thing is the things that they were raised upon is like, bro, like, again, it goes back to old school, just common sense, bro. Like my mom, she cooks, like she cleans, my dad cooks too. He grills, like my dad does outside, like Lance, like he does the outside work. My mom does the inside work. Like my mom never touches outside out here because this is all my dad's. Like my mom always does the cleaning inside because that's like common sense. Like what I don't understand is that used to be just common sense. Like you used to be able to just be raised on how to do that. And like these females out here, it's like, okay, I get equality and shit like that, bro. But like, if your mom or your parents never taught you how to cook or clean, like you're a weirdo. Like,
do you know how to cook and clean?
Yes.
What you know how to cook?
Bro, you tried my spaghetti.
Shit was trash.
Bro, your ass had like 7 plates, oh goof ass nigga. Like I like spaghetti. I'm learning how to grill now, from my dad. What else can I cook? Burgers.
All right, let me ask you this: does your mom have say so back here, like in?
Yeah, food, cause it's her house.
Okay, so she just don't come out and do the lawn with you then.
It's not like she's not allowed to. It's my dad's pride, and my dad's a man. My dad's an old school man. So right. He's not going to have my mom work out here. He's not going to have her do anything out here because, and it's not like he wants her to. He does not want her to.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm looking for a woman.
The same way.
That is like my mom.
Okay.
But if I'm like canceled for that, or if I'm like a bad dude for saying that, then y'all can kiss my ass because I don't really care. Like,
so you're just not trying to cook and clean. I know your ass. You just
come on, bro. you just trying to mix my words up right now. At this
you
point.
Not trying.
That's not what I said.
You're not trying to wash the dishes.
That's not what I said. I said, yes, obviously that like you need to learn how to do that too. If you were a dude and don't know how to clean and wash dishes, like you're just a dirty nigga. Like you're just a dirty nigga. If you don't know how to wash dishes, you don't know how to clean your room, you don't know how to vacuum, you don't know how to iron, you don't know how to do shit around the house, you're just a dirty nigga. You know what I mean? So it's like, obviously that shit goes into play for dudes as well. But what I'm saying is, I want somebody like my mom.
Man, my girl got to be out here pushing the lawnmower. Fuck
shit, if she wants to, shit, by all means.
Push the lawnmower. I'll hold the bag.
Me personally, I hate doing the lawn.
100%.
I hate doing all that. So I'm gonna just pay somebody to do it.
There you go.
You get what I'm trying to say?
There you go.
But it's like, I know how to do oil changes. Like I know how to like change batteries and shit. I know how to do tires. So it's like, I would never have my girl do that. I would never have my girl put in gas. Because that's just being a gentleman. That's just being a man.
You better put your own gas in your own car.
Nah, me personally, I wouldn't do that just because of the way I was raised.
Nah,
and it's like nah, I'm not gonna have my girl change her own tire. I'm not gonna have my girl change her own oil or have somebody else do her oil when I could do it for her, or I can change the battery for her. You know what I mean? So it's like some dudes just gotta have to have pride. Like, what happened to dudes having pride and like women having pride about doing women shit?
Does your mom want your dad to do the dishes sometimes?
Yeah, and he does it.
Okay, so your mom don't have no pride to tell him, hey,
Bro,
get these dishes done.
you're mixing up my words. I did not say that because I told you that I would do dishes too,
I'm not
and
talking
I would
about
clean
you.
as well. I get that, but what I'm trying to say is this this outside is his. Like, they're not. Yes, she wants what she wants out here, and he'll do it for her. But what I'm saying is, as far as like the maintenance out here,
They the perfect couple.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, there, as far as like the maintenance out here, he will not let her do anything
They perfect.
because he is a man. And if you are a man and you like have your female out here doing landscaping, you're a weirdo and you're not a dude. You're not a man. You're just a little boy.
Hey,
And if you're a man, if you have a female and you're not doing dishes like sometimes or cooking sometimes, you're a little boy too.
when I was younger, I used to bro, we used to fight like we used to live with people,
Yeah.
and I was like so like into that old school way of thinking
Yeah.
because I was making money. Like, I ain't washing no fucking dishes, bro. It used to be like a big fight,
Yeah.
and I never washed dishes. I hate washing dishes. But then when like we moved into our own spot and everything, then I was like, all right, I need to.
Because you take pride in it.
Yeah, I need
Like,
to pick up.
your money is in that property. So it's
Yeah.
like you want to take pride in it and make sure shit looks good. As far as like the landscaping and outside shit, I hate that shit. Like, I hate doing it just because I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I get allergies from the grass and shit like that. So I hate doing it. So I'm gonna just pay somebody to do it when I have my own spot. But like, other than that, bro, like there's certain things that I would not let my woman do if I'm
You're
with
a good
her.
man.
You get, but that shouldn't be saying I'm a good man. That should just be common sense. And there's certain things that there's certain things that women shouldn't be called a good woman for. It should just be common sense for a woman to do. That's the equality in it.
I don't know. If y'all both working,
Yeah.
y'all both got to do equal parts.
Yeah.
Meaning, Monday through Wednesday, one person should be cooking. Thursday through Sunday, the other person should be cooking.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be structured like that.
No, I'm not saying like structured. I'm just saying hypothetically, like,
Cause like my dad's out here grilling every day,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then my mom's out cooking like the
doing the sides.
rice,
There it is,
the everything else that isn't grilling.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I'm
You
saying.
know what I'm saying? So it's like you working together. That's what it should
Exactly
be.
what I'm trying to say.
You should be working together instead of like, it shouldn't be this thing where, fuck it, bro. I'm not even gonna say it shouldn't be this thing. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Like, if you're not with me, go live your life the way you want to live your life. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm just saying, for me and for the women that I'm gonna be with, bro, it's not gonna be this type of thing where, like, we're gonna be working together to make sure
to build the empire.
Yes, to build what we want to build. And if you're not down to do that, bro, I'm not gonna be chasing you.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to get across. Like,
yeah,
it got to be equal parts. If y'all both working,
you have to know your roles.
Yeah, it's not like this person does this and because he's a man, and this person does this because that's a woman.
Yeah.
Like, nah, if she want to come out here and hold the bag for me while I'm doing the grass, then yeah, go ahead and do that, because that's quality time that you're spending together.
Yeah.
Because the way you spell love is Time.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not like, especially like if you have your own spot.
Yeah.
You should. It's like
you both should take pride in it.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, we should do this, or we should build this. We should build a fence right here. Or we should do this. That's not like work. I mean, it's work because like, but it's like, no, you're just wanting to make shit look better here.
Yeah, you're both putting your efforts in.
Yeah,
you're both doing what needs to be done together. And yeah, that's all I was trying to get across.
That's why I don't understand why like that shit just doesn't happen anymore. But it is what it is. Like I said, y'all could do whatever the fuck y'all want to do.
It could also
Live,
be your
live the way.
age right now.
I think it's the way I was raised.
No. What I'm saying is, it could also be like the age of women that you're or the age of girls that you were dealing with.
Yeah.
Like they're still in that mindset right there. Cause like me, I'm older, so like I have these conversations, like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
where, hey, we should do this in the backyard. Hey, we should do this inside.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do the flooring. You know what I'm saying? Like we should, like I've already had these conversations, so that's normal to me.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like it's common sense. Like that's normal to me because I'm having these conversations.
Yeah.
But for you, it may be different because you're dealing with a younger female, a younger mindset.
Yeah.
And obviously, like,
I don't
they
think
may not have
I
their
don't
own
think
spot.
I don't think I'm built for a female that's my age, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
like
gotta.
just because of my mindset and the way my head is built, like I don't think my maturity and like my where I'm at is like for somebody my age.
Yeah, exactly, 100%, because of the way that you were raised.
Yeah.
And how what you seen growing up, and like, especially like hanging around, like me.
Yeah.
Like,
Cause I be talking to females like it's just common sense, and they just be looking at me crazy.
yeah, and because of the way that you grew up, and the people you surround yourself with is
Yeah.
older. So you hear us having these conversations, right? You hear us trying to remodel the house. You hear us trying to, talking equity and talking things like this as far as, your properties and whatever's going on. So you feel like that's normal to you.
Yeah, it's common sense.
But then when you start speaking like that to a female that's in your age group, like you have to remind us, like,
because some of these
you're
girls
fresh out of high school.
Yeah, some of these girls are still in school. Like
Yeah.
they're in college.
Still in
like,
college, like,
living the kid life still, like
Right.
in the parents' crib, like don't have to worry about shit because they're in school.
and I grew up, like, I had to grow up young. Well, I did, but I didn't have to be I didn't have to be doing 20-year-old shit when I was a teenager,
Yeah.
right? So then when I became in my 21 and over, like, I'm now doing 30-year-old shit,
Yeah.
right? So it's like I'm like ahead in life. Like, how would I say it? My
Your mindset
is
is
ahead in
ahead.
life, and it doesn't match up with how old I look,
Yeah.
or even my age. So that's why I could understand why you're saying, like, it's common sense, but not at your age group.
Yeah.
Because even though I did it, or your tia did it, or the people you surrounded yourself with, that's not normal. Like, we weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's 30, 40, 50-year-olds doing that, talking about buying houses, and we were 20.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I could definitely understand, like, where you're coming from with that. But also, like, it's like this Meg Thee Stallion, like these type of vibes
I told you that before, bro. That message is just fucking up society.
they
And
got
it's like,
females thinking like
call
it's
me,
cool.
yeah, call me the Debbie Downer, call me the buzzkill, but like some of these females are gonna wake up and they're gonna be 40 years old still talking about Hot Girl Summer, and they're gonna be alone with cats.
It's because
And it's like, that's what I'm saying. I don't care like what you do now. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna find eventually there's gonna be a female that I like would want to build a life with. And it's like the rest of y'all females that are on my Instagram that are my age talking about this Hot Girl Summer shit, and then there's some females that are like 30, like 30 something, mid 30s, and you still talking this Hot Girl Summer shit, but you got kids, and it's like, oh, but you gonna wake up when you 45. You gonna wake up when Drake said, "Who the fuck wants to be 70 and alone?"
you think everyone.
He
Has
said,
a
"What
hoe
did he say?"
face?
He said, "My mom is 66, and my mom is 66, and she's always telling me who the fuck wants to be 70 and alone."
Yeah.
That's what these females are gonna be if they just keep doing this bullshit that they doing out here.
But do you think everyone has to have a hoe face in order to settle down?
I did.
But like a real, like
Um,
like what? How many? I think we already had this conversation. How many bodies you think is a hoe face? I say you got to get, like, a female got to get at least 12 on her, and then you'll be ready to settle down.
but like, where did that stigma come from?
What's the?
Because that was never, like I said, that was never a thing in the old school generation. That was never a thing in the generations
Because they have more self-respect.
Thank you. So they normalized whole phase.
100%.
Like that shit's okay.
Because they want it to be equal. Because it's normal for a guy to have a whole face.
That's cool. But like you're a female, bro.
But females wanted that equality type shit. Because
But you're just being dirty at that point. And it's like cool, like you wanna say it's equality. Yeah, it's cool, but in my mind you dirty.
you think it's dirty?
Yeah.
So if a female come to you say she got 12, 15 bodies.
Bye.
For real.
Bye.
I'm thinking this experience.
No.
Oh, you got the experience.
No. It
baby.
depends on the age.
You got the.
It depends on the age.
Fuck the age.
No, it does. It does depend on the age, because if a girl at my age talking about she got 12 bodies, bye.
Okay, I can see
You
that.
fresh out of high school.
Yeah, I can see that.
You fresh out of high school. And that's 12 bodies. How many times did you get with them that? With that same body? Bye.
I get what you're saying.
But if you 30,
it's
if you
different.
35 and you got 12 bodies, okay, cool.
Now she got experience.
It's cool. It's experience.
Now she.
But if you 21, if you 19, if you 18 and you talking about 12 bodies, you're a dirty female. You're a whore.
I think a female gotta go through it because they gotta know what their body wants.
Nah, bro, that's norm. I'm not with the let's normalize shit. If I wasn't raised with it, if I wasn't raised to think like that, I'm not cool with that.
So what's your limit?
I don't think. See, I'm not a statistical person where it's like, oh, you have to be at 5, and if you're over 5, even if you just touch somebody, I can't be with you. Like, no, it's not like that. But it's like, if you over here talking about 15, 12, and you're 21, 22, it's like you have half of the body, you have half of the years that you were born in this life. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're dirty. I'm not like, I don't normalize. I don't even like that word normalize. I don't think that's normal to have a whole face. It's not normal. Like, people, it's not normal to have a whole phase. Like, your mom didn't have a whole phase. Your grandma didn't have a whole phase. Your tia didn't have a whole phase. That's you guys saying that, oh, we have to go through a whole phase. No, you don't, bro. Stop being dirty. Focusing on yourself is not having a whole phase. You see what I'm saying? And it's cool. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. Like, you can live your life. What did I just say? I don't give a fuck about what y'all do. Y'all can do what y'all want. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be 70 and alone. I'm gonna be with somebody that's gonna have the same principles and the same morals that I have. And the rest of y'all that are still gonna be chasing this hot girl summer bullshit is gonna be 70 and alone with cats. And you're not gonna be able to build an empire. Why? Because it takes you creating people to create an empire. Because when you die and you don't have people that came out of you, the empire is dead when you die. But y'all females that keep saying that y'all don't want families, that you don't want kids because kids are this and that, and you want to focus on yourself until you're 40, cool. When you die and the bullshit and the cool and the little dumb entrepreneur shit that y'all be pushing, that shit's going to be dead when you die.
Nah, we were put on this earth to reproduce.
Yes.
We were put on this earth to reproduce.
Yes.
So we supposed to have kids. We supposed to.
That's the definition of building an empire, bro.
Yeah.
That's the definition of building an empire, is to have a family and to raise that family with the same principles and morals that you have, not pushing this bullshit that everybody else is pushing, but pushing the right things that are supposed to be pushed in a kid's mind, so that way they can take your empire that you build and elevate it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that way of thinking. Yeah, so if you trying to build an empire,
and again, and if you don't want to have kids, cool. It's your opinion. You don't have to listen to anything I'm saying. You don't remember, if you still here and you still talking shit, you're still on our video. You're still on the channel. Like, you can easily just press the exit button and go somewhere else, but you're still here. So it's hitting you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So if you're looking to build an empire and you're looking for love,
let me know. Hit me in the DM.
Make sure you come to Lover's Lane.
Make sure you come to Lover's Lane.
Make sure you come to Lover's Lane, because Lover's Lane going to be where it's at. I'm playing all the love type of music. There definitely will be females there, and
Looking for love
they looking for love. They
or looking for glizzies, either way.
yeah, they in their whole phase. So
They either in their whole phase or,
he said looking for glizzies.
you know. Hey, if you in your whole phase, if you like it, I love it. Just know I ain't rocking with that
If
shit.
you're looking for a glizzy, make sure you go to Loaded Wiener.
Facts.
Get you a loaded wiener.
Get the bacon wrap. My favorite is the bacon wrap chili cheese with the caramelized onions. Boy, and then they got what was the fries that we had? The cheese and bacon?
Nah, the cheese and hot Cheetos on top.
Bruh.
Fire.
Boy, I had chorro the night after that. Boy, Lucy pause, but Lucy cleared my stomach out. Pause.
The loaded wiener cleared
Chorro.
Wow. Nah,
But-
definitely. If you're looking for love, pull up the Lover's Lane. Yeah, I only got 23 tickets left, so
Yeah.
23 tickets. Make sure you get your tickets by the time this come up.
We're not ending it, are we? Are we ending it?
Nah,
Oh, okay. I was about to say we still have to do our mental health check.
yeah, nah. We got 23 tickets, so make sure you get your tickets by the time this airs. Like, I might have 15 tickets left. I don't know, but it's gonna be a good vibe.
Speaking of Lover's Lane, bro, Blueface got to get the fuck up out of there. like it's getting bad.
I think he did. Like, she said she was pregnant or something like that.
Nigga, it's getting bad.
Yeah, that's wild. That's
Like
wild
that
for him.
bullshit that she pulled at No Jumper.
That was funny, bro.
Like,
That was
yo,
hilarious.
that was hilarious. But it's like, at what point do you cross the line?
Yeah, that's.
You get what I'm trying to say?
I get what they're trying to do though. Like, they're trying to, like, they want to
But they get
broadcast
bread
it
together.
but they want to broadcast it because, like, it's normal life for a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? Like, that toxicity is normal for a lot of people, and they're just regular people that have a camera around them all the time.
Yeah.
So that's why they're broadcasting it and, like, painting, like, not necessarily like trying to paint the narrative or whatever, but yeah, I mean, that's wild for them.
Oh no, but Blueface got a lot of patience, bro.
Yeah.
He got a lot of patience.
But then we also don't
know.
know, like, what they do when the cameras is off. You get what I'm saying? We only know, like, what we can see.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on?
Because
when
you
the
see
cameras
so
off.
many moments and you think that that's where their life is every single moment of the day.
Yeah, because I mean, that toxic love is crazy because when it's good, it's great. Like the time that you have with that person is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Yeah.
But when it's bad, it's bad.
Nah, bro, it's bad. Like with them, like he got to get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
But that might be like what he's used to. That might be
because
something his
she's
parents
so
are going
like
through.
I be watching her like just communicate with people and she like blocks out.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm so amazed by it. I was amazed by it yesterday. She literally blocks out like taking accountability.
Yeah, because
Like she blocks that shit out like if it's like if no one's talking to her.
she probably got something going on mentally.
And it's cool, like we get that. It's mental, but it's like when someone is like having an intervention with you and they're telling you like, yo, like you're not acting like fuck not acting like a woman. You're not acting like a human being.
Right. Yeah, it's
You get what I'm trying to say?
100%, and that's.
And
what
then
I'm
the
saying.
fact that, and what's making it worse is even more is the people on social media is justifying her actions. And I'm not saying one is guilty and one's innocent. I mean, we see on social media all the time. He's as guilty as she is.
Yeah.
But it's like that shit is not.
It's that double standard, like, type of thing, but
Double standards is life, bro. Like,
yeah,
life, like what happened to life isn't fair.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me calling you, if I'm a stranger, me calling you a bitch is different from a female calling another female a bitch. That's a double standard, but what? Get over it.
Yeah.
It's a double standard, but get over it. That's what life is. Life isn't fair.
Yeah.
So if a female calls me a bitch, obviously I'm not gonna put my hands on her, but it's gonna have an effect to where I'm pissed off and I'm not gonna talk to you.
Yeah, 100%.
You see what I'm trying to say?
That word is like really.
And then when people say, "Oh, like, so then why would you call a female a bitch?" I wouldn't. I would never call a female a bitch.
Right.
because the way I was raised, because of the way I was raised with around nothing but women. So it's like I know how to respect a woman.
Yeah.
So I would never call a female a bitch. But if a
Speaking
female
of,
calls me a bitch, it's hut, bro. It's
yeah,
over with.
it's crazy.
And it's not gonna be no physicality involved, but when I say it's over with, I have no respect for you after that.
that's one of the biggest things is that respect level. Because
Like
once,
the minute you call me a bitch, it isn't like I hate when you call me that. It's like, no, get out of my life, bro.
yeah, yeah,
You're not gonna call me that. Like get out of my life.
and
Is where it's at.
maybe they both are going through something mentally from their childhood traumas or something like that.
And the bread they making isn't helping them
Nah, because they're able to do whatever it is they
because they
want to
think
do.
that shit's okay.
But
Until somebody like, and as I liked what Gina said yesterday. Gina's she's a co-host on No Jumper. Gina said, at what point does it make it okay? Like, cause she threw glass at this nigga's face. And like, what if this nigga fell asleep? He had a concussion. What if he fell asleep and he's no longer here?
it's also like this though. Like you can't once you do an action to somebody, you can't dictate the reaction.
No,
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure.
So once you're disrespectful to a person, like if I'm disrespectful to you, I can't dictate your reaction to that.
Yeah, no.
So no matter, like, it could have been what he did, what he said, or whatever it is.
And I don't approve of it. If he called her a bitch, I don't approve of that though, because
Or even like what if he like slapped her or hit her with a little two piece?
again, that's not
Whatever the situation is, but you can't dictate what the reaction is.
Yeah,
Right? Like that's the tough part, because that's what people go through internally, is that reaction. That reaction is what's gonna hurt.
yeah.
That's why, like in the NFL or like in sports,
But life has
it's
consequences, bro.
But it's
Like,
always
yeah.
consequences for the reactor. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like
Because nobody.
I know not to call another man a bitch,
Right.
because where I was raised and the way I was raised, and the men that helped raise me, it was like, bro, you call a man a bitch, I like what Charlemagne said. If you call a man a bitch, you either be ready to die or kill somebody.
Yeah, but also you gotta understand, like, as the person being called, like, you gotta be mentally prepared for that. You gotta be elevated to a point where, like, man, you just trying to trick me on my position.
Yeah.
In whatever position it is, like, all right, bro.
But as the person
I'll be a
that's
bitch right now.
But as the person that's calling them that, you have no control. You have no.
That person has no control of how I'm gonna react.
Yeah, you have no guess as to whether be like, oh, I'm gonna call you a bitch, and you gonna be a square about it, or you
Yeah.
gonna be smart about it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? So
100%.
why even put yourself in that situation?
Yeah, and that's people's maturity level. Like,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying, and yeah, that reaction is what's gonna kill you. And man, it's wild. I hope they figure it out. I hope
Yeah.
they get their mental health checked up.
Like I said before,
Because-
bro. Like I said before, I'm not over here just like putting her down and praising him, because he's as guilty as she is. I don't really respect. I don't really like the things that he does to her too, because at the end of the day, you don't put your hands on a female no matter what. The way I was raised, you don't call a female a bitch under any circumstances. So yeah, I don't. They both guilty for what they do, but at what point is the line crossed? You know what I mean? And like, it gets to a point where you start thinking about these people's lives, just because it looks like they go to the absolute like level to just prove a point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the way their mental stability is, one of them is gonna end up getting seriously hurt or fatally hurt. And the way their mental stability is set up, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're not really dead. Get up."
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You know
How's
what
your
I'm
mental health? Let's do our mental health check for the
Weekly
week.
mental health checkup. Well, physically I feel like shit
Oh, cause you sick.
because
Huh?
I'm sick. But I do like how I didn't let that stop the grind. Like I said, I did a cover and I did a challenge yesterday for music, and We're still constantly, planning for Lovers Lane and having these meetings and shit like that. Like, I was dying at the Suns game, bro. Like, you didn't see, like, I don't know if you were like peeping, but like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I could not breathe that night because my nose was just shut. And then, like, on top of that, I have congestion in my throat. So physically, I feel like shit. But mentally, I feel good. Um, I feel motivated. I feel inspired still. To just get shit done. I'm excited for Lover's Lane. Um, I'm so mentally, I'm straight. Mentally, I'm good. There isn't. Um, I don't think there's anything that like I'm like bugged out about. Um, it was just fucked up this whole week just because I was sick. You know what I mean? So mentally, I'm good. Physically, I feel like shit. But marathon continues. You just keep going. Like, no one gives a fuck if you're sick or not. No one cares if you're not feeling your best. They just want to see shit. Like, especially if you're a content creator. No one gives a fuck if you're sick or not, bro. We still trying to see an episode of the pod. See what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
mentally, I'm straight, bro. Mentally, I'm good. Physically, I feel like shit. But that's temporary. What about you?
I kind of had like a roller coaster this week, man. Like, I had the highs, the lows. Like,
What do
it
you mean,
was,
like daily? Or like it
yeah,
would
daily.
change, like from each day?
Nah, it would change like hourly.
Hmm.
Um,
Is it like thoughts? Is it like thoughts that you're having, or is it like
yeah, I'm an overthinker.
shit that happens?
Nah, I'm an overthinker, bro. So I overthink shit a lot. I start to put shit together. Like, I start to like if I'm by myself and I'm just sitting like alone, like sometimes I just want to talk, right? Like sometimes I just want to call somebody and just talk,
Yeah,
and like not even like I just want that company, right?
yeah,
We just talk about whatever. Not that I'm saying like I'm going through shit and I want to talk about it, but just like I just want that company while I'm alone,
yeah,
and that's how I was feeling this week. Like I just wanted that company,
yeah.
and I ain't have that company, and so my mind starts to work and wander and put shit together and start making up stories and
Because it's
like
real loud when it's quiet.
100%, 100%, and sometimes like I haven't. This is something I haven't been doing, and I need to get back to it because this past week I could feel because of the roller coaster that like opening the Bible
Yeah.
or journaling, like that shit quiets the mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or some people say like meditating or working out, right? I haven't been working out either.
Or just reading any type of book in general.
I haven't been doing that, so my mind has been getting louder
Yeah.
and louder. My thoughts been getting louder. My thinking been getting louder. My stories been getting louder,
Yeah.
and it's affecting my daily life because like I said, like I have those ups and downs where like damn I'm in like a depressed state of mind, or like I'm in a like damn everything's going good, or like I'm in a good mood and I just want someone to talk to, and then there's not someone there to talk to, and I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do? um yeah, so I need to get back. That's what I've been going through this week, right? Like you said, when it's quiet it's loud, and that's basically what's been happening
Yeah.
this week. I just been alone, like driving in the whip, or like even the music, like the music don't calm it down, hasn't been calming it down this week. um but I think I figured out
Maybe.
what it was. Like
Yeah. Maybe it's a sign for you to just tighten up again.
yeah, tighten up, get that journaling back going,
Reading.
open that Bible up, um, and start working out again, because
Yeah.
that's what I got off. I got off working out and clearing that mind, and so
And sometimes it's even as small as the shit that you put in your body.
yeah,
Like, cause you don't drink anymore, but it's the food that you're putting in your body. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So,
Or sometimes I don't even be eating, so my mind is like, hey, I'm hungry, bro. Like,
yeah,
what's up? But yeah, I definitely feel that. So that's what I've been going through. That's my mental health checkup. Yeah, like I mean, if anyone has like any suggestions, or like, hey, I think you should try this, that might help with that. Definitely let us know in the comments. Definitely hit us in the DM.
yeah. We're not too
Um,
big for
nah, I'm trying to learn.
anything, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be a better person.
I'm the most annoying nigga when it comes to questions. Like if I'm in a room with somebody that I want to get information from, like I'm gonna tear your ear up, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and
but
then if somebody asks me like, oh, like I'll do anything. Like if you need anything, like I got you. Well, don't tell me that because I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like don't say that to me because I'm gonna actually do it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I want to hear like what other, because I know other people go through the same things we go through. We all human,
Yeah.
right? So I know like this happens. So I want to know like what you're doing to calm, what you're going through, and
What works for you?
what works for you, because that might work for me.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to share what was working for me or what is working for me, because that might work for you. You might want to try it and
Yeah.
and start doing that. But I just I just figured it out this week that my mind has been loud and been going crazy, and I just assessed the situation and was like, what was I doing when my mind wasn't so loud? Because not to say that it quieted down, but it just wasn't as loud as it has been this week.
Yeah.
And I just came to terms that like I was reading that daily scripture, or I was typing up some prayers, or I was journaling what was happening throughout the day, so I can have that outlet. And this past week and a half, 2 weeks, I haven't been doing that, so all of that's just been piling up, and that's probably what's making my thoughts so loud.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll figure it out, and we're gonna continue to grind. Like you said, the marathon continues. Um, but yeah, that's what I got. Lovers Lane, February 11th. Make sure you pull up. Make sure you come vibe with us on the patio. We'll be doing the live patio at Lovers Lane.
Live podcast.
Oh yeah, live. What did I say? Live
You said
patio.
it on the patio. We're doing a live patio.
We doing a live podcast, so make sure you pull up. Make sure you have some fun with us. I'm spinning the most beautiful R&B set you ever heard in your life. Cassius will be in the building. We got special guests coming. Make sure you pull up. Make sure you follow my boy.
Look out for new music coming out very soon. I'm not gonna put a date. I think last episode I put a date on it. I'm not gonna put a date on it. I'll just say springtime, March, April, around there. So just be on the lookout for an EP during that time. Go ahead and follow our Instagrams. I just put out, like I said, today, which is Monday, but what really is Saturday. I put out a cover, and then yesterday, which was Friday, but for y'all it was like 3 days ago. I put out like a little challenge, so make sure y'all go look at that. Go follow Stallion. Go get your tickets for Lovers Lane, stallion.com. What else? Let me see. Go follow the TikTok on the patio clips. Go follow the Instagram on the patio.podcast. Go follow Cloudy Days Collective, Cloudy Days Visuals. Go follow sayyourprayers.co. And yeah, hope y'all have a good day. Hope y'all have a good productive week. And yeah, we out.
We out this bitch.
Love y'all.